And I grew up watching afternoon specials. You would go home from school and turn on the TV, and there would be this very dramatic TV show. It was an afternoon special, usually starring somebody like Valerie Bertinelli or something, and it would teach you valuable life lessons, like do not drink and try to drive a tractor, because that's won't lead to anything good. Don't hang out with the wrong people. Don't eat mayonnaise that's been setting out for longer than 3 days. Things like that. Very important life lessons. And I remember one that was all about this kid, and it was this kid with this heart of gold, and he was left with his aunt and her bratty kids by his dad. His mom wasn't in the picture, but his dad was in the picture, but his dad left him with his aunt because his dad had to go to Alaska or something to take care of some kind of business, some kind of important stuff, but he promised, I'll be back, and when I do, we'll make a home together, and when I do, everything will be all right. But it took a long time, and the bratty cousins were like making fun of him, and they were like, your dad's never coming back, he's left you here forever, you're on your own, he's never coming back, he lied to you, he doesn't even care about you, you'll never hear from him again. But the kid with the heart of gold hung on to the hope that his dad was coming back, and he never gave up, even though it got really hard, even though everybody around him was mocking him and like your dad's never coming back and you don't get any ice cream and stuff like that. But finally his dad did come back, and it was a happy ending, and they made a beautiful life together. And I love happy endings. It's a great thing. Now, a lot of times we kind of feel that way too as Christians, because Jesus has told us, I'm coming back to get you. You're on this planet, you're going to have some tough times, but I'm with you, and I will come back and get you. And a lot of times, it has been 2,000 years since he made that promise, though. So a lot of times we kind of get discouraged, and a lot of times we think, is he ever coming back? I don't know. And people around us are like, no, it's a scam. He's not coming back. He's slow, whatever. But in 2 Peter chapter 3, it addresses all of this. And it says this in verse number 9. Now the Lord is not slow about enacting his promise. Slow is how some people want to characterize it. No, he is not slow, but he's patient and merciful to you, not wanting anyone to be destroyed, but wanting everyone to turn away from following his own path and to turn towards God's. Okay, the fact that God is putting it off, the fact that Jesus hasn't come back yet, is just testimony to the fact that God is incredibly patient. He's incredibly compassionate, and he's incredibly loving, and he doesn't want anyone to perish. He wants everyone to be a part of the party. And we read on, it says this, the day of the Lord, and that's the day when the King of the comeback comes back, and Jesus comes back to get his people. The day of the Lord will come unexpectedly, like a thief in the night. And on that day, the sky will vanish with a roar. The elements will melt with intense heat, and the earth and all the works done on it will be seen as they truly are. Knowing that one day all of this will come to pass, think of what sort of people you ought to be, how you should be living faithful and godly lives, waiting hopefully for and hastening the coming of God's day, when the heavens will vanish in flames and the elements will melt away with intense heat. What will happen next and what we hope for is what God promised. A new heaven and a new earth where justice reigns. Jesus is coming back. He's making a comeback, which is kind of weird because it seems like he's never left because he sent the Holy Spirit. But Jesus is making a comeback. Don't get discouraged. Don't let people tell you, oh, he's never coming back. Hang on to hope. Hang on to truth. God bless you guys. Giddy up.